Imagine standing in broad daylight, when suddenly, the world begins to change. The temperature drops, birds fall silent, a strange twilight creeps across the landscape, and then, the darkness. Not the darkness of night, but something far more mysterious. Something that reveals the hidden crown of our sun and turns day into the most beautiful night you'll ever witness. On August 12th, 2026, nature will perform one of its most spectacular magic tricks. And if you're not prepared, you'll miss it entirely. The cosmic dance. Right now, 93 million miles away, our sun is shining with the power of 4 billion hydrogen bombs exploding every second. Between us and that incredible furnace, our moon drifts silently through space, 240 miles closer to Earth, appearing almost exactly the same size as the sun in our sky. This cosmic coincidence is so perfect, so mathematically precise, that astronomers call it one of the universe's greatest accidents. The sun is 400 times larger than the moon, but it's also 400 times farther away. The result? When they align, the moon can completely cover the sun's brilliant face, revealing secrets that are normally invisible. But here's what makes 2026 extraordinary. This eclipse will carve a path of totality across some of the most accessible and spectacular locations on Earth. The path of totality. Picture a shadow racing across the Earth at 500 miles per hour. That's the moon's shadow on August 12th, 2026, beginning its journey over the Arctic Ocean near Greenland. But this isn't just any shadow. It's a corridor of cosmic wonder, stretching about 180 miles wide. The path of totality will sweep across western Greenland, where hardy eclipse chasers will witness totality under the midnight sun of the Arctic summer. Then, it races across the North Atlantic, making landfall in Iceland. Imagine watching the corona appear above glaciers and volcanic peaks. But the real show begins when the shadow reaches mainland Europe. Northern Spain will experience over 6 minutes of totality. 6 minutes when the sun's corona will dance in the darkened sky like silver flames. The shadow then speeds across the Balearic Islands, where Majorca and Ibiza will be plunged into an otherworldly twilight. What you'll actually see. Let me paint you a picture of those precious minutes of totality, because no photograph or video can truly capture what your eyes will witness. As the moon takes its first bite out of the sun, you might not notice anything at first. But as more of the sun disappears, the world begins to transform. The quality of light becomes strange, shadows grow sharper, colors become more saturated. You might notice crescent-shaped shadows dancing under trees, created by the sun's diminishing crescent shape. Then, in the final moments before totality, something magical happens. Bands of shadow race across the ground at incredible speed. These are called shadow bands, caused by the last sliver of sunlight being bent by our atmosphere. And then, totality. The moon completely covers the sun, and suddenly you can look directly at this cosmic dance without eye protection. What you see will take your breath away. The sun's corona, a shimmering crown of plasma extending millions of miles into space, visible only during these precious moments. The emotional experience. Here's what eclipse veterans won't tell you until you ask. It's not just what you see, it's what you feel. The temperature can drop 10-20 degrees in minutes. Birds return to their roosts, confused by this false nightfall. Planets become visible in the middle of the day. Venus shining brilliantly, Jupiter and Saturn emerging from the sun's glare. But perhaps most profound is the silence. Not just the literal quiet as nature pauses, but the internal silence that comes from witnessing something so vast, so perfectly orchestrated by the cosmos, that it reminds you of your place in this incredible universe. People who witness totality often describe it as a spiritual experience. They talk about feeling connected to something larger than themselves, about understanding for the first time that they truly live on a planet spinning through space. The science behind the spectacle? Solar eclipses have changed our understanding of the universe. It was during a 1919 eclipse that Einstein's theory of relativity was first confirmed. Astronomers observed stars appearing in slightly different positions as the sun's gravity bent their light. The corona you'll see during totality reaches temperatures of over 2 million degrees Fahrenheit. Incredibly, it's hundreds of times hotter than the sun's surface. Scientists still don't fully understand why. Each eclipse offers new opportunities to study this mysterious outer atmosphere of our star. And here's something remarkable. We're living during a cosmic sweet spot. The moon is gradually moving away from Earth about 1.5 inches per year. In about 600 million years, it will be too far away to completely cover the sun. Total solar eclipses, like the one in 2026, won't exist anymore. We're witnessing something that future civilizations will never see. Timing is everything. The 2026 eclipse isn't just special because of where it goes, it's special because of when it happens. This eclipse occurs during the solar maximum phase of our sun's 11-year cycle, when solar activity is at its peak. This means the corona could be particularly spectacular, with long streamers and dramatic structure. But here's the crucial detail that separates the prepared from the disappointed. Totality lasts different amounts of time depending on where you are. Near the center line of the path, you might get over 4 minutes in Spain. Move just 50 miles to the north or south, and you might get only 2 minutes. Step outside the path of totality entirely, and you'll see only a partial eclipse impressive, but nothing like the life-changing experience of totality. The logistics of wonder. So, how do you make sure you don't miss it? Planning starts now, not in 2026. The path of totality will likely see millions of visitors, creating unprecedented demand for hotels, flights, and rental cars. Your first decision: where to watch. Each location offers something unique. Iceland provides dramatic landscapes and the possibility of seeing the aurora borealis if you stay for the full Arctic experience. Northern Spain offers excellent infrastructure, beautiful weather prospects, and the longest duration of totality. The Balearic Islands combine eclipse viewing with Mediterranean vacation paradise. Weather is the wild card. August in these regions generally offers good prospects, but cloud cover can ruin everything. Professional eclipse chasers often plan for mobility. They track weather forecasts in the days before and are ready to drive several hundred miles if necessary. Don't make these mistakes. Here's what not to do. Don't assume you can just show up. Don't think a partial eclipse is good enough. It's like saying you've seen the ocean when you've only seen a puddle. Don't forget proper eclipse glasses for the partial phases. And don't spend the entire eclipse trying to photograph it. Put the camera down for at least part of totality and just experience it with your own eyes. Most importantly, don't underestimate how this will affect you. Many people experience what eclipse chasers call eclipse addiction, the overwhelming desire to see another total eclipse. After 2026, you'll have to wait until 2027 for the next total solar eclipse, and it will be visible from parts of Africa and the Middle East. Your reminder: August 12th, 2026. Mark your calendar. Start planning now, because on that day, our cosmic clockwork will perform its most beautiful dance, and you have a choice. You can be there, standing in the shadow of the moon, witnessing one of nature's most incredible spectacles, or you can be one of the millions who will spend the rest of their lives saying, "I wish I had been there." The shadow is coming. The question is, will you be ready for it? Don't miss it. The 2026 solar eclipse